Hello and welcome to Launerin's Gamerscore and welcome to Mordheim, City of the Damned. It's Game by Games Workshop, big fan of their work and I just wanted to share it with you. It's quite an old game now and I have been playing it a lot over the last, I don't know, year or so now probably. So I'm just going to start a new game and jump right in. So you have your choice of 6 factions in Mordheim. Some of them are DLC, like the Witch Hunters and the Undead, and then you've got the other 4 which are already part of the game without having to pay any extra money. So, like I say, you've got the Witch Hunters, you've got the Human Mercenaries, you've got Sisters of Sigmar, the Cult of the Possessed, the Skaven, and the Undead. So, just to go through them, Witch Hunters, good. They hunt witches. They're good against, like, well, magic users, basically, and stuff like that. And then you've got Human Mercenaries, which are basically your standard human-based army. Sisters of Sigmar, which are religious, good. Cult of the Possessed, which are religious, bad. You've got the Skaven, which are just basically mutated. Thank you. The mutated rats, which are very fun to play. They're one of my favourite races to play as. And then you've got the Undead, which pretty much speak for themselves. Vampires and zombies and skeletons and stuff like that. But for this particular playthrough, I think I will just go for the Cult of the Possessed, because that's what I play as when I actually play the tabletop games. So let's jump right into that. Now obviously, because I've played this game a little bit before, I can choose a starting rank for my warband. But since I am just showing off this game as if you were starting it out yourself, I'll just go for rank 0 and we'll just start from there.
I can feel your ambition and your desire. I can see it rising from your tainted flesh, boiling up from your blackened soul. You are not content to merely be. You must know why. That is good. That is as it should be. Many are consumed by the power of chaos. It is only the select few who aspire to understand. You may call me Murga. I came to this place on behalf of the Purple Hand to discover the change that had been visited upon Mordheim. Do not listen to the Sigmarite fools. It was no judgment.
Right, so this is essentially your opening screen. Go into the warband management and we can hire some more henchmen and things for our warband. So you have various kind of different roles in your warband, with the heroes being kind of a hard-hitting mutant. There's the Skaven Globadier, who is basically a mercenary that can be hired by any warband when you unlock it later on in the game. And then you've got the Doom Weaver, which is a spellcaster. Now I'm just going to go for hard-hitting mutant because that's what I want to do. Right, and then we will go. I'm not a big fan of the archery henchmen, so we'll just fill it with Dark Souls. I'm assuming that that's not copyright infringement by calling them that, but never mind, let's just hire some of those, shall we? No. I will confess while I'm doing this that the control system is a little bit... leaves a little bit to be desired. Right. I'll leave the equipment and stuff as it is. Let's not go into that today. Okay, so then we jump into the campaign, and we will select a mission. Okay, so we'll go for that.
Your scouts reported a secret cache of equipment in the ruins, but recovering it has become no easy task. Somehow, an enemy warband has learned of your plan. Worse, they're lying in wait and have deployed patrols to flank your warriors. A new round has started.
So the game itself is a turn-based strategy game. So you take it in turns, moving and just basically making a decision with each of your characters. So you can go to an overview of the map. There we go. Right. Overview of the map, which will tell you where your characters are, which are mine here in the blue, and it will tell you where the Wordstone or Weirdstone is, which is an objective to collect in this mission. I need to gather 45% of it, and then this over here is our enemy's cart, which is technically their starting point. But they're scattered in patrols in this particular mission. So what I'm going to do, because it is the objective to gather the Wordstone, I'm going to go towards these ones here with everything I have and then fight off anything that I come in contact with. So I need to move south, basically. So if I go this way, so when casting spells and stuff like that one, there is a chance that the spell will fail, and then you may get a effect like the mind numb that I got there, which is unfortunate. And every time you cast a spell, there is a chance that you'll get Tzeentch's Curse, and that will just automatically kill your character outright, which is not really something you want to happen. So I'll just set him to ambush stance, so if anything comes near, he will charge them and attack if anything comes close. Now, obviously, if I can't see my enemy, I don't get to know what they're doing. And it'll just go through the enemy's turn while they move in essentially real time. And we'll go from there. So there we go, that's their turn done. So where are you in relation? So you need to move south as well. So if I just... There's him. And there is one of my enemies ahead. So if I just come here... So it's a little bit further ahead to that. So I'll just go into an ambush stance there if he comes closer. Now it's the other enemy's turn. And if we just jump into the overhead map, now we can see him there, and he's a hero as well. Which means he is going to be a powerful enemy. So he's something that I want to go into with either one or more of my characters to stand a good chance of beating him. Again, I'm just going to move these up and put them into ambush stance, just in case anything does come out, and they will just charge automatically then as well.
A new round has started.
So with each character they have specific move points and action points. Action points you use for attacking, move points you move for moving. As can be seen down the bottom, move being blue and action points being red. So if I move up a little further to here, and then I will use my action points to go into a dodge chance, which gives me a 40% chance of dodging his attacks should he charge me. And then basically everything's done on a percentage, so it's essentially dice rolls off screen, as it were, to determine what actually happens. So I'll go into my dodge stance. And there we go, because I can see him moving now. My character will have to try and ambush him and attack and miss, and then he'll get his attacks on. So the one that's just attacked me is their leader, as can be seen by the little crown that is next to him. So I'm going to put my hero into him as well, and then I will do my attack. So I'll put him into a dodge stance so he has a chance of dodging his attacks as well. And then as you complete more and more missions, your characters level up more and more. Their dodge chance can be increased. You can give them special abilities and other stuff like that. Okay, so he's gonna just come and help out over here. And then, depending upon what armor and stuff people are wearing, depends upon how much damage you can do and your strength, and things like that all contribute to it. Am I going to be able? Yes. So then obviously your normal characters, like those two that I've just moved and this one here, they can't move as far as the heroes and things like that, and they only get one attack, whereas the heroes might
A
get
new
two
round
or,
has started.
2 or 3. So his dodge skill is better than his parry, so we'll put that on. Now he had a all alone check there, which is basically a check that they do when they're outnumbered. And then if they fail that, they don't get to attack at all, and either have just stand there and don't get to attack at all, or they get attacked by everybody surrounding them. But because there was somebody else there with him, even though they were outnumbered, and he couldn't run away afterwards because of the way people were around him, he didn't get attacked at all, and unfortunately one of my characters has died as well, which we will get into at the end of this mission, should I actually come out with it with any characters still alive at all. So you can just go and help out over here. So when a character dies, they do drop loot, so you can pick up their weapons and shields or anything that they've picked up during the actual mission. These three are really not faring well against him. But like I said, you don't really want to go up against one of them with just normal characters. There we go, so he's stunned, which means now regardless of my percentage of whether I'll hit or not, I will automatically hit him. So that's him dead. And then if I just shuffle forward slightly, I won't actually use up any of my action points, and I can loot his corpse. There we go. And then if I just run over here, I can come over here and support these. Even though I can't do another attack, I can provide them with the outnumbered and force him into an all alone check, which he has unfortunately passed, and gets to attack.
A new round has started.
we go. So I've now killed their leader, which means their morale has gone down drastically. So I will just shuffle forward slightly. I've used up some of my action points, but that's not a big thing. Yeah. So I will take his hunting rifle, and you can have your token of Sigmar back. I'm not too bothered about that, but I will take your shield. Thank you very much. There we go, and then there we go, just team up on you so that you have to take an all alone check when it's your turn. Unless somebody else comes in to aid you. Ah, yes, because he didn't start this round all alone, he doesn't have to take one. And that is unfortunate. There we go.
A new round has started.
So basically in the top left hand corner you'll see 17, 15, 21, 18. That's your morale. So I'm blue and my enemy is red. So if their morale falls under 18, they'll have to start making morale checks and they may flee the battlefield, giving me a win. Which hopefully I will be able to demonstrate shortly. So if I enter a dodge stance and then... Okay, so apparently he doesn't need to take all alone checks, so I assume he has a fearless special rule or something similar. That means he doesn't have to take them. And hopefully I won't get anything else come in to help him out. I know that there's somebody in that building over there because they keep coming into view and then ducking behind, which will probably happen now. There we go. Yeah. So it zoomed in on them, but they didn't come around the corner. One of the things with this game is the AI do struggle a bit with corners, which is a little bit of a shame, but at the same time works out well for me. So I'll have your shield and your mace, and you can keep your token of whatever it is. And we'll just go into a dodge stance over here. And you can as well. And then hopefully they will fail their morale.
A new round has started.
On their turn. So we'll just... There we go. And then we'll see if they fail their morale. Yeah. So you get a reward of some wordstone and other things depending upon how many of their warriors you killed, and things like that, and objectives that you completed. I didn't complete any because I'm just doing a quick video to show you this game, and that completed. So, as I was saying, during the game, At the end of each of your missions, you get your experience and you level up to a level of 10, I believe, and you can upgrade all your attributes on the left hand side. As you can see, I have now got 1 point to put into my mental attributes, so we'll deal with that another time. And then you get bonus experience for doing things in the mission and completing objectives, etc. So he managed to make a full recovery, which means he doesn't suffer any penalties or anything like that. You can suffer injuries, like for example they can lose an arm, so they can only use a sword but no shield. They can lose a leg, which makes them slower in combat, in movement, so they lose movement points. Or they can lose an eye, which means they're not as accurate and miss more, and many other things like that. I think another one of my warriors did die, so maybe I'll be able to show you that. So he does get a little bit of experience just for surviving, and you survived fine, as did you. There we go, he's got a severed arm now, which means he has that lovely little spiky stump. But it does mean that he will I won't be able to use him now for 5 days anyway. So my warband's now gone down to 4 members for the next 5 days. And then I get experience as a full warband as well, which levels up my warband and gives me extra things. And that's what I got from the mission. So there we go. Last thing to do is to pay treatment costs and pay my warriors. So obviously if you don't take that into account during a mission, and you might not have enough gold at the end of it to actually pay your warband or pay the upkeep, if they suffered any damage, you could lose your warband, people could walk out, etc, etc. So one thing that I do like about this game is if now I go into a mission with only the 4 members of my warband, the opposing warband will be exactly the same. It kind of keeps it level, that way it'll have the same amount of people. A similar thing is if you only have, say, a leader and 3 henchmen, the opposing warband will only have a leader and 3 henchmen. If you only have a leader, two heroes maybe, and 1 henchman, etc., it'll be the same on the other warband. So it's relatively balanced, and it's all to do with your tactics on how you approach the mission itself. So that, I believe, is the basics, at least, to Mordheim City of the Damned. If you enjoyed this video, please do like, share and subscribe. Hopefully I'll be able to bring you some of the other games in the from the Warhammer universe in the future, because I do enjoy them. As always, if you have any recommendations about how to play this game, or anything you'd like to actually see on the channel, because we are trying to expand a little bit, then please do let me know in the comments, and I will try and oblige as best I can. So with that, I will see you next time. Thank you very much for watching.